I stop before the final change. No second look, no extra pass. Just closed it as it was and left it there. The details stay slightly uneven. Nothing aligned the way I planned. Still, I didn't reach to fix it. I've shaped things until they held, refined them until they made sense. But something always shifted again. Left as it is, no correction, no final form to prove. Just everything I didn't change, still here with me. The urge appears to adjust, to smooth edges to complete. Familiar motion I used to trust without pause, but now it passes without action. No need to respond, no need to improve what I've brought. I've waited for the right shape, clear lines, perfect form, but nothing arrives finished. Left as it is, unfinished, uncertain, no better version to reach just this state I stayed in. The road doesn't ask for precision, it doesn't check what I fixed. It takes what shows up as it stands. And today I showed up without editing, without change, just the version that remained through everything. No more shaping, no more revising, just what I carried into this. Left as it is, no disguise, no repair, just real in a way I don't need to explain. Some things don't need to be finished, they hold as they are, and what remains without change is closer to truth than anything refined. Left as it is, and I step forward, not because it's complete, but because I didn't turn away. No edits, no change, still moving. I didn't adjust anything, no final edits, no corrections, just close the door with everything still unresolved inside. The mirror didn't offer answers, no version to approve, just a face that's been here through all of it. I've tried before to arrive different, sharper edges, cleaner lines, something that looks ready from the outside. I came as I am, not refined, not complete. No final form to present, just everything that stayed with me. The doubt didn't leave, it shifted, lost its place in what I follow. Still there, but no longer deciding anything. There were runs I shortened, runs I stretched beyond reason, none of them perfect, all of them mine. I've waited to feel certain, to feel finished, to feel enough, but that feeling never arrived fully. I came as I am, unfinished, unclear, no guarantee to carry, just the fact I didn't stay away. The road doesn't ask for explanation, it doesn't check what I fixed, it meets what shows up as it is. And today I showed up, not ready, not unready, just here without changing it. No more shaping, no more rewriting, just the version that continued. I came as I am, no disguise, no excuse, just real in a way I can't replay. Some strength isn't built, it's revealed when you stop editing yourself. And what remains when you don't adjust is closer I didn't arrive all at once, no clear shift, no defined point. Just days that kept going without breaking. Some runs stayed short, some went longer, some felt right, most didn't. Still something kept forming without permission. I tried to adjust, collect the edges, become something more precise, but it never held that way. The version I arrive with isn't finished, isn't clean. No final shape to present, just everything that didn't leave. There were exits, I didn't take moments. I almost stopped thoughts that tried to settle, but didn't stay. Not because I fought them, not because I was certain. Just something kept continuing without agreement. I've waited to feel ready, to feel complete, to feel aligned, but it never comes fully. The version I arrive with holds uncertainty, unfinished lines, uneven steps. Still it stands without replacement. The road didn't shape me all at once. It layered quietly through repetition, through return. And now I stand here, not prepared, not unprepared, just present as I am. No more building, no more refining, just the stake I carry forward. The version I arrive with is what I run, not improved, not resolved, just real, in a way I can't replace. The work is done, no more to add, no extra miles, no last attempt. Just a body holding everything it's been given. Shoes are set, gear in place, nothing missing, nothing new. Just a quiet overnight that doesn't ask for more. I've chased better days, stronger legs, clear signs, but none of it matters now. Tomorrow is race day, nothing to fix, nothing to prove, just everything I've carried meeting the road as it is. The doubt still speaks like always, you're not ready, not enough. Familiar lines that never fully leave, but tonight they don't settle, they pass without weight, like something I've heard too many times. I've tried to feel ready, to feel certain, to feel right, but it never comes that way. Tomorrow is race day, not perfect, not clear, just a moment that arrives whether I'm ready or not. The road is already what it is, it won't adjust for me. It won't ask what I need, and maybe that's enough. No expectation to me, just distance waiting to be run. No more building, no more changing, just everything as it stands. Tomorrow is race day, no more becoming, no more preparing, just stepping into what I already am. Nothing gets added tonight, nothing gets fixed or changed, only accepted. What I bring is enough, not because it's perfect, but because it's mine. Tomorrow is race day, and I won't turn away, not because I'm certain, but because I'm here. No more waiting, no more building. Tomorrow I run. I didn't aim for distance, no long route in mind, just the same stretch I've seen countless times. The body carried what it had, not sharp, not light, just enough
steps don't change much. Same breath, same weight, no signal that this matters yet. But something settles in motion, not faster, not stronger, just continuing. I've waited for better days, strong legs, clear mind, but they don't come like that. Not far, just forward, no plan to follow, just a line that moves slightly ahead. The road reflects what I bring, not what I want, not what I lack, just what I carry into it. And today I brought enough to not stay in the same place again. No finish for this, no moment to hold, just distance quietly building. Not far, just forward, no noise, no sign, just a direction that didn't exist before. Not every run needs to expand, some runs just need to continue. Not far, just forward, and that is enough. Not everything changed, but I moved again. No leap, no proof, just forward.
It used to be loud, constant, a voice I didn't question, telling me where to stop before I tried. Not aggressive, not sharp, just familiar enough to follow without noticing I was listening. It sounded like me at the time, reasonable, measured, safe. The noise doesn't reach me now, not gone, just distant. It still speaks, but I don't stand close enough to hear. I still feel the same weight, same breath, same strain. Nothing easier, nothing removed. But something shifted in space between what I feel and what I follow. The voice appears like before. You can stop here, but it doesn't land anymore. The noise doesn't reach me now, not silent, just quiet. It passes through without staying, without shape. Didn't change, the distance didn't soften. Still every step asks something of me. But the answer arrives without argument, without pause, without needing to explain. No fight, no resistance, just space that grew over time. The noise doesn't reach me now, not because I forced it, but because I moved beyond it. Some voices don't end, they fade when you stop standing inside them. Distance does what control never could. The noise doesn't reach me now, and I don't turn back to check if it's still there. I just keep moving. It still exists somewhere, just not where I am. I used to measure how far I could go, not by distance, but by the point I would stop. There was always a quiet exit, not obvious, not spoken, just somewhere I could step away and call it enough. Not failure, not collapse, just a pattern repeating in smaller ways. Then I noticed the version of me that quits is gone. Not replaced, not rebuilt, just no longer here. I still feel the same weight, same breath, same resistance. Nothing easier, nothing lighter. But something doesn't respond the way it used to. The signal to stop doesn't land. The thought appears like before, you could end this here, but it passes without settling. The version of me that quits is gone. The exit still exists, I just don't take it. The road hasn't changed, the effort hasn't softened. Every step still asks the same question. But now the answer arrives before thought, before doubt can form. No argument, no negotiation, just a line that doesn't shift anymore. The version of me that quits is gone, not because I fought it, but because I stayed long enough. It didn't happen all at once, no single run, no clear moment, just days that didn't break. Small decisions barely noticed. One more step, one more minute, until something stopped leaving. The version of me that quits is gone now. There's nothing to return to. Same road, same weight, same breath, just not the same.
No thoughts, still forward. I didn't plan to be here. No schedule, no design, just movement that started before I questioned it. The road unfolded without asking. No signal to follow. Still my steps align with something I couldn't name. I've chased reasons to find purpose, constructed meaning before, but this exists without it. No thoughts, still forward, no reason, still moving. One step without direction, somehow it continues. The pace holds without control, breath settles without effort, distance builds without intent. Still, it happens, some past, or maybe not. I didn't mark, didn't measure, the world stayed distant, and I stayed within. I stayed within. I've stopped for less, turned back for nothing, but this didn't break. No thoughts, still forward, no clarity, still here. No plan, no outcome, just motion that remains. Time dissolves into steps, repetition without weight. Each moment unclaimed yet real. The road doesn't lead, it allows no demand, no promise, just space for something to continue. No moment to define, no shift to mark, still something holds. No thoughts, still forward, no meaning, still true. No answer, still present, and that is enough. Not everything needs awareness, some things exist beyond it. No thoughts, still forward, and now I see. Not why, not how, just that I didn't stop. No start, no end, still forward. be here. No schedule, no design, just movement that started before I questioned it. The road unfolded without asking, no signal to follow. Still my steps align with something I couldn't name. I've chased reasons to find purpose, constructed meaning before, but this exists without it. No thought, still forward, no reason, still moving. One step without direction, somehow it continues. The pace holds without control, breath settles without effort, distance built without intent. Still, it happens. Someone passed, or maybe not. I didn't mark, didn't measure the world, stay distant, and I stayed within. I've stopped for less, turned back for nothing, but this didn't break. No thought, still forward, no clarity, still here. No plan, no outcome, just motion that remains. Time dissolves into steps, repetition without weight. Each moment unclaimed yet real. The road doesn't lead, it allows no demand, no promise, just space for something to continue. No moment to define, no shift to mark, still something holds. No thought, still forward, no meaning, still true. No meaning, still true. No answer, still present, and that is enough. Not everything needs awareness, some things exist beyond it. No thought, still forward, and now I see. Not why, not how, just that I didn't stop. No start, no end, still forward. I didn't start with purpose, no clear reason to be there. Just a pair of shoes and a quiet road, a run I could have skipped. The morning felt unresolved, not heavy, not light, just something unfinished I didn't want to name. I've left before, cut, run short, turned back early, called it enough. No consequence, no memory that stayed. I stayed, that was it. No moment, no shift, just didn't leave when I could. One step, then another, without explanation. You passed without noticing, not fast, not slow, just moving in a way that didn't ask anything. And somehow that was enough, not to follow, not to change, just to remain when leaving made sense. I've needed reasons in the past, goals, targets, something to hold, but this felt different. I stayed, that was it. No clarity, no meaning, just the absence of stopping, the absence of turning back. The road extended without effort, distance happened without force. The pace found itself without instruction. You were gone, or maybe not. I didn't check, didn't need to. Something had already settled. No realization, no conclusion, no point to define. Still something remained after I stayed. That was it. Not strength, not discipline, just continuation without negotiation. Not everything needs a reason, some things just don't stop. I stayed, that was it. And somehow that was enough. Not everything changed, but I didn't leave again. Nothing dramatic, nothing resolved, still something held. I almost stayed inside that morning, shoes untouched, time unclaimed. No urgency to begin, just a day I could let pass.
saw you, not approaching, not announcing, just already moving through the road like it belonged to you. No introduction, no context, no reason to remember, but something in that motion refused to fade. The runner I saw didn't speak, didn't look, didn't slow, just kept moving in a way I couldn't ignore. Not perfect, not effortless, just consistent, unbroken, a rhythm that didn't ask for attention. And somehow that was enough, not to follow, not to chase, just to feel something shift inside. I've seen speed, I've seen distance, but this was different. Something quieter, but deeper. The runner I saw made it clear, not what to do, not how to run, but what it means to continue without noise. The road didn't change, but I did. A small step became inevitable without force. You were still there, ahead, not distant, not close, just enough to exist in my mind. No words, no exchange, no shared moment to define it. Still something remained after. The runner I saw became direction, not because you led, but because you moved. Maybe you don't know what stayed with me, but something did. The runner I saw still moves through every run, not in front, not behind, but present in a way I can't explain. I didn't follow you, I followed what it left. He tried to move as if nothing changed. Same routine, same pace, every step carefully placed inside a version he could still maintain. She repeated patterns that once held meaning, measured days, structured effort, but something within the motion refused to align anymore. No collapse, no visible break, just a quiet presence that followed through everything left undone. The truth I couldn't escape didn't chase me, stayed unmoved through every step, through every attempt to return unchanged. Another ran to outrun it, faster pace, longer miles, but distance doesn't dissolve what remains internal. He had reasons he could justify, a logic that held together. The truth doesn't negotiate with comfort or delay. Different lives, different exits, same quiet presence, persistent, unavoidable. The truth I couldn't escape didn't demand anything, it simply remained until I stopped
when it started, no shift he could name. Just a routine carried forward until it wasn't enough anymore. She moved through days that looked complete, everything in place, nothing missing. But something subtle stopped responding to what once felt right. No disruption, no visible break, just a quiet distance growing between what was lived and what was felt. Where it became clear wasn't loud, no signal, no turning point, just a moment that didn't argue any longer. Another ran a familiar route, pace consistent, breath controlled, but something inside the motion felt unclaimed. He had reasons he could explain, a system that held together, but clarity doesn't always follow structure. Different lives, different thresholds, same quiet moment when staying lost its meaning. Where it became clear didn't resolve anything, it simply removed what I could no longer pretend. The first step after that felt different, not stronger, just irreversible. The road didn't change, but I did, and suddenly everything aligned without force. No confirmation, no approval, no sign that it was right, only a stillness that remained after doubt left. Where it became clear held its ground through hesitation, through distance, through every urge to return to what was known. Not a breakthrough, not a decision, just recognition arriving late, but exact. Where it became clear keeps unfolding, not easier, not defined, but closer with every step to something undeniable. No one saw it, no one named it, but nothing after was the same. Nothing looked different, same streets, same shoes, same quiet morning air, no signal that today would matter. I started wrong before without thinking, just habit, but this felt slower, heavier, like it meant something. No one told me to do this, no voice, no pressure, just a moment where leaving and staying met. The day I decided, nothing changed outside. No crowd, no sound, just something inside that didn't turn back. The first steps felt quiet, not powerful, not fast, just certain in a way I hadn't felt before. The road didn't ask for more than I could give, but I knew this wasn't just another run. I stopped before, turned back, called it enough, but this was different. The day I decided to stay, to keep going without negotiation. No adjustment, no exit, just forward. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, just a line I didn't cross back over.
step, but the plan is still there.
You knew this part would come, the moment where it bends,
Where easier starts to sound right. Run what you wrote, don't change it now. This is the part you understood. Not perfect, not easy, just honest to who you were.
the rhythm breaks, then finds itself, not smooth, not clean, just movement through resistance. This isn't speed, this isn't power, this is staying when leaving makes sense.
Run what you wrote through the doubt, through every step that feels wrong. Not faster, not stronger, just finishing what you chose.
The hardest truth is simple. You knew before this moment.
Run what you wrote and don't look back. The version of you that said this is still right.
The plan ends, but something stays.
The plan was written in a quieter state. Before fatigue had a voice, numbers placed with intention, not guessing, knowing what it would take. You understood the cost, the distance, the effort, where it would hurt, where it would fade. Still you wrote it down. Now the run feels heavier, breath shorter than expected. The mind starts questioning what was decided earlier. The version stride narrows, the watch continues indifferent. The plan still stands. Anyone can adjust once, but discipline holds when the easier path appears. Don't rewrite now, stay with it through doubt, through fatigue. Not perfect, not smooth, just honest to what you The hardest part is not the run, it's trusting the version of you that wrote it. Don't rewrite now, finish it as it was planned, and something builds quietly inside. The planet, the runner remains. Oh, yeah. The plan was simple, written before doubt. Numbers set clear and quiet, pace defined, no adjustment. Before fatigue had a voice, the line was drawn early. The first mile feel controls, breath steady, stride consistent. The body agrees for now. The road's still negotiable, but it changes soon. Fatigue arrives without warning. The mind suggests small changes, just ease a little, just this once. The negotiation begins. The line you don't break holds the run. Not speed, not strength, but the decision made earlier when everything was still calm. The middle miles tighten everything, breath shortens, stride narrows. The watch continues indifferent. The line remains unchanged. Anyone can adjust once, but discipline refuses when the easier path appears. The line you don't break defines the runner, not the pace, not the distance, but the moment you choose to stay with it. No one sees this line, but every runner knows where it is. The line you don't break builds something quiet, lasting beyond one run, beyond one day. The run ends, the line remains.
Old race results still exist somewhere. Archive split from another version of me. Light legs, easy breathing, miles open without negotiation. People said you're fast. Back then, I believed them. Now the watch tells a calmer story. Pace adjusted, stride reconsiderate. Recovery days appear more often. Longevity entered the conversation. The road feels longer these days. Sometimes someone mentions an old race, old numbers, old pace, and I laugh a little. Fast once, apparently that's what the results say. Some younger runner with my name
records today. I chase staying miles that stretch through years, not seconds. Consistency became the goal. Speed fades quietly, but the road remains, and runners keep returning. Apparently, the numbers remember, even when the legs prefer patience. Maybe speed was never the real story. Maybe showing up was. Fast once, apparently, but still running today. And somehow that feels like the better result. The road ahead doesn't ask for proof. Somewhere in memory there's a rhythm, light steps, steady breath. Miles opened easily when I asked, splits lined up without resistance. Back then, running felt simpler. The watch still counts, but the body answers differently. Recovery speaks more often. Pacing changed, longevity rewrote the rules, but the rhythm never vanished. Sometimes on certain mornings I feel it briefly, the pace I remember moving through my stride. The pace I remember doesn't disappear. It waits inside the miles, not demanding, not chasing, just reminding who ran before. The younger runner chased seconds today. I chase years, miles that last longer than one result. Consistency over speed. The rhythm returns in quiet moments when the road feels familiar, not the same, but close enough. The pace I remember runs beside me, sometimes ahead, sometimes behind, but always part of the runner I became. Speed fades, but rhythm learns to stay.
still exists. Inside the breath, inside the stride, not faster, just deeper through years of running. The road continues, and somewhere inside it, that pace remains.
The road outside looks ordinary. Same pavement, same quiet street. Nothing about it demands a run. No race banners, no start line, just morning air and a closed door. The run hasn't started yet. Years ago, I believed running began with movement. Tap the watch, find a rhythm, chase the splits, but distance taught something else. A run doesn't start on asphalt, it starts in the quiet moment when hesitation loses. Where the run begins is not the road, not the mile, not the pace. It begins when a runner chooses to step outside. Recovery days rewrote patience, restraint became strength. Progress rarely looks impressive, it hides in repetition, in showing up again. Miles will come inevitably, but identity forms earlier, before motion, before rhythm, before fatigue, before fatigue. Where the run begins is a quiet decision. No crowd, no applause, just a runner standing still, choosing movement. The world sees distance, but runners know the real beginning happens before the first step. Where the run begins inside a decision. Before the watch, before the road, before the mile, a runner already exists. The door opens and the run finally catches up. The run started without intention, just routine more than ambition. Shoes on asphalt, steady rhythm, nothing dramatic, just showing up. The body tired from yesterday's miles, the mind already considering shortcuts. Another ordinary run. Years ago, speed was the focus. Splits decided how the day felt. Now distance changes the priorities. Longevity demands restraint. Pacing matters, ego fades. Consistency builds the runner. Most runs stay invisible. No applause for discipline, just quiet miles stacked together. Morning effort, evening recovery. Running slowly writes identity. Then suddenly a mile changed by words. A voice from the edge of the road. again. Recovery taught a quieter strength. Holding back is also progress. Progress rarely looks impressive, but the road recognizes patience. The runner learns staying is its own victory. Many miles no one notices, early alarms, late evening runs, invisible effort, slow evolution. The road records every return, and again, a mile changed by words, a simple voice, nice run. Not heroic, not loud, but enough to carry the next mile. Running is mostly silence, brief steps, wind, but sometimes one sentence breaks through. Fatigue, a mile changed by words, distance softened, doubt stepped aside.